My Pokemon collection has nearly doubled since January of this year. It's now worth almost $12,000, which to me is still pretty crazy. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to let quite a bit of that go. I'm building a new TCG business from the ground up, and I need some starting inventory that isn't just bulk. So tag along while I prep some of my favorite cards for listing on eBay. I'll also probably go over my 30-day goals and plans, so stick around for that as well. Hey there, Harley here with Dusk and Diamond Collectibles, and welcome to the very first rambling video. My plan for this channel is to do one very polished video a month. It'll be highly edited, hopefully, and then a couple less edited, less time-consuming videos. So maybe some rambling videos, maybe some quick update videos, but I'll keep you posted on my progress along the way. I also plan to post at least 2 shorts a week on this channel, so keep an eye out for those. They may make their way to Instagram, I don't know, it's a lot of work, social media. But in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through step by step how I'm prepping for my eBay store. Today is July 24th, and I literally just got approved for my LLC. I was able to get my EIN and apply for a business checking account, but it'll be a few days before that's approved, so I can't start my eBay store yet. That doesn't mean we can't prepare for it though. So I'm gonna be setting up my photo box, taking a bunch of pictures of cards, and trying to get some descriptions together for those listings. So let's go ahead and hop into the time lapse. I hope you got the Good Times with Scar reference in the last video, but if you missed it, we're gonna do it one more time. Let's enter super fast build mode. So it turns out there wasn't a whole lot to build with this photo box. It was pretty simple, it was just all Velcro. The one I had before was much larger, about 3 times the size, so it had a frame and I actually had to build something. But yeah, I hope you're liking these videos. Thank you for all the support and love you've shown in me coming back. Dad noises. You can't see the card that I tried to include in the frame. What if I scoot it up? Scoot the card. Nope, that's worse. Okay. Now that that's built, we can actually take some pictures. Yes, I'm sitting on my floor. So now that the light box is set up, I have the camera on a tripod. The stand that the card is on is held down with museum putty so that it doesn't move when I swap out the cards. The last time I did this whole Pokemon business shtick, every time I would swap out a card, the stand would move and I'd have to readjust the stand, and that added a lot of time and just made the whole process annoying. I also had the photo box on the floor, so I had to like get down on my hands and knees to take pictures of cards. So this is much better all around. I mentioned later in the video that I ended up swapping the process. So right now the cards that I'm taking pictures of and the sleeves that I'm putting them into are several steps away from the photo box. Eventually I move the cards, the sleeves, and everything that I need over to the photo box itself, and I put a little chair there so I don't have to bend over as much. Because after about an hour and a half of bending over taking pictures, my back started hurting a little bit. But I also wanted to take this moment to thank everyone who has shown support either on the YouTube channel. I've gotten several comments welcoming me back, or for anyone who's actually shopped on the eBay store. I super appreciate it. I also go over my goals later in this video, and I've accomplished quite a few of those already, like starting the eBay store, getting listings going. I also have an Amazon affiliates account set up. And as you can see here, sorry, getting back off track, you can really see the texture in these pictures. The camera does a fantastic job. Now that we've finally taken all the pictures, we can actually list something here on eBay. I spent an hour and a half last night taking pictures. Got through about a third of the cards doing the method that I was showing in that video just now. Then this morning I was like, I can streamline this a bit. I have lean training. And I did. I got it down from like a minute plus to take the front and back photo and sleeve a card to like 25 seconds if I was super efficient. So I did a third of the cards last night in an hour and a half, and I did the other 2/3 this morning in just over an hour. So crazy efficiency compared to last night, but still not as good as a scanner. So, whatever. Anyways, before we can actually list anything, we have to prep those photos. So let's pull up Photoshop here. Now, you don't have to use Photoshop. You can use Canva. You can use maybe a built-in photo editor, because I'm not going to doctor the photos at all. I'm literally just using this for cropping. I just happen to have Photoshop because I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I also have the Adobe suite for YouTube and everything like that. So we're going to go here to crop, go to 1:1 square. And honestly, that looks good enough. We might want to scooch it over that way just a touch. Boom. Now that's done. And then we'll save that. And then go ahead and do the front of the card. We need to scooch it over quite a bit here so it's actually centered. And bam. And those are going to be my listing photos. Super high quality, as you could see in the time-lapse video. But if I zoom in here, you can see all the texture, all that glorious, glorious texture. And you can actually even see the hollow streak coming through. Now, some of the hollows on some of the pictures look a little bit weird, but that's just because of the photo box, the light coming straight down. But I feel like all the texture ones, it really caught that holographic pattern really well. So now that those are done, I'm going to go ahead and save those pictures, set them aside for the eBay listing. And usually what I do here is I'll go through all the pictures, I'll crop all of them all in one go. That way I'm not constantly switching gears between cropping photos and then doing descriptions and listing items and all of that. It's just all crop, and then I usually use a template on eBay, all listing. But I'm just going to do this one card right now, just for an example. All right, now that the photos are saved, we're ready to start the listing. So go up here, click list an item, tell us what you're selling. Venusaur, actually it's Celebi, and Venusaur, GX, Tag Team, Sun Moon. I think 167 is the card number. All right, let's go with this one. Continue, and we'll update those details. Near mint. The first thing we're going to do is change that description to something that matches a little bit better. GX, we're going to do that. Sun Moon Tag Team Black Star promo. Pokemon TCG near mint. Let me see if I like this better. I do like that better. Not that it's super important, but that's the title. Let's go ahead and upload the photos. And then we gotta check the details just to make sure. Pokemon TCG, Pokemon Tag Team Basic. I believe that's the case, yep. Sun and Moon. Let's go SM promo. Sun, Moon. What if we just do promo here? Let's see a promo. Sun and Moon promos. There we go. Card name, character, and then we want to add Celebi to this. Age level, let's clear that. Rarity, promo, features, promo, show more. Let's see what else they entered. Finish, hollow, grass, autograph, no, signed by, it is not signed. It is not signed. This is why you got to double check if you're using someone else's listing as your base. Card number, Sun Moon 167, year manufactured, can't remember. Let's see here. Oh, that didn't help. Looks like 19. I can always pull up the, 2019. So 2019, vintage, no. Country of origin, we'll leave that blank. Material, cardstock, that's fine. Pokemon, convention, clear that. Illustrator, is it Sheen? It is. Let's check that HP. It is 270. Attack power, that doesn't matter. Cost, customized, no. All right. And we had, I like putting the title again at the top of the description. And then I also have a description that I generated with AI. Before you flame me for using AI, literally anyone who uses card uploading software, whether that's SwiftSort, Card Uploader, etc., that all uses AI to list cards. So I can use it just to generate a description. That all looks good. Pricing. I typically use the recommendation along with eBay last sold and collector to kind of come to a price. Let's go Celebi and Venusaur. Actually, SM167. It has it at 88 currently. And it is trending upward. So that 59.50 or even 67 would sell incredibly fast. So it's trending upward, and we're a new store. I'm probably going to list it at 83.99. See what that gets us. Allow offers. The minimum offer, I don't think I'd take less than 75 on it. Shipping only. Package details. Don't remember the exact package details because it's been a little bit since I've shipped anything and I haven't bothered to like package one up. But let's just say 6 ounces to be safe. And then I'm shipping them in, it'll be in a 4x8 bubble mailer, which isn't a 6x10 bubble mailer. So we'll just say 10 by 6 by 1 inch. And set that. Buyer pays. Cost is based on buyer's location. So that is because we did live shipping. I used to do flat rate shipping, but I'm not even seeing that option. Everything checks out. Let me run through everything real quick. Pictures look good. That all looks good. $83.99. List it. So yeah, now you can see that it's in the active listings right here. It'll say the price, if you're accepting best offers, and then shipping. So now that the walkthrough is done and hopefully it makes sense, let's go ahead and jump into the goals I have for this business. Hey there, Editing Harley here with a quick interruption. I've actually changed my process quite a bit since filming this video. As you can see here, I now have hundreds of listings, or a little over 100 listings for quite a bit of money. So I've refined the process over the last several days. Now it's about a week and a few days since I started the eBay store. So in the future, I'll be doing an in-depth video on how I do everything from take pictures to list inventory to package and ship it. And I'll show you how I do everything without a scanner and still do it at least relatively quickly. So with that interruption out of the way, let's get back to the video. So I have several large goals for this business. First of all, I would like to use some of the profits that this business generates to help pay off some of my personal debt. Once that's all paid down, I'd like to take a small percentage of the profits and set aside for an eventual house purchase. And lastly, which is like an eventually thing, I would like this business to produce enough income to be able to take out like $500 in profit a month and for it to not affect the growth of the business too drastically. Those goals, however, are going to take quite a bit of time to actually accomplish. Before that, I need to actually make it past these first 30 days and over the hurdles that new TCG businesses always face. So with that, let's get into my goals for the first 30 days of business. And I'll be counting my first official day of business as July 24th, because that is when I got all of my paperwork back for the LLC and I was actually able to apply for my EIN. A lot of acronyms. So anyways, let's get into those goals. First, I need a business checking account, which I've already applied for, just waiting on that decision. Second, I need to apply to sell on eBay and TCG Player. As you saw, we already listed one thing on eBay, currently as a personal seller, not as a business. After that, the third thing I'd like to do is try to set up some affiliate sales opportunities, probably through Amazon and maybe other TCG business related, either software or tools or supplies. I would also like to generate $2,500 in gross sales within my first 30 days. And I've already mentioned this earlier in the video, but I'd also like to maintain a pretty consistent content schedule. So in regards to that content, I'd like to post one long form video every week, 2 shorts every week, and 1 community post every week. I would also like to have purchased my first collection or bulk submission or something. That way I have inventory other than my own collection. And lastly, I would like to be in a position to be able to buy a scanner or maybe even a cheap sifter. I was thinking of like the Roka sifter that is coming out soon. I don't know. At the end of those 30 days, I'll be releasing a 30-day recap video where I go over all of those goals, review my progress towards them, dive a little bit deeper into my plans for the business, and reveal what my goals for the first 90 days of business look like. Oh, one important thing. Now that I have some listings live, I just have to wait for some sales history and my bank account to be opened, and then I can apply to be an eBay business seller, which will give me some nice perks such as slightly lower fees, larger listing limit, and seller inventory value limit, whatever. But if you're interested in grabbing any of those 6 singles that I'm listing, be sure to visit my eBay store. I'll include the link down in the description below. And hopefully, we eventually get approved to sell on TCG Player. I know that that can sometimes take a while, so that's why I'm starting with eBay. Anyways, in the next video, I'll be going over common questions I received to this day on my most popular tutorial videos from the HD cards and collectibles journey. So if you have any burning questions, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to include it in a future Q&A video. And of course, you can always watch the original HD cards and collectibles journey with this playlist here. Maybe this time we'll actually be successful at running a TCG business. Or maybe we won't. Or just maybe it's Maybelline. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll catch you guys next time.